This is Oklahoma State at Tulsa. Good ball game, close game. I think it's 56-53. And this play here that I'm going to show you is traveling. And it's a lot of times the lead official is so close to it that you really have to count on somebody from outside to get the traveling ruling accurate. Well, watch this play in regular speed here. It's not the guy with the ball that travels. It's the guy cutting through the lane to come around. And once he establishes a pivot foot, we'll talk about it. So you'll see the entry pass from, this is A1 right now.
In the second half, but not this guy, Desagua.
Okay, that was it right there. Here it is again.
Carroll has been
He catches it,
but not this
changes
guy,
pivot feet,
Desagua.
changes pivot foot twice. So let's watch it now in slow motion for learning purposes. I really thought they would have got nailed this one, but it didn't happen. Now we've got somebody in the way here, so it's hard to pick up the pivot foot. But right now, when I see the right foot moving, that means the left foot is the pivot foot. We now know A1's got the ball, the left foot is the pivot foot. But here he changes his pivot foot. Now his right foot is the pivot foot. The rules of basketball say a player cannot lift the pivot foot to start a dribble. He or she can lift the pivot foot to pass or shoot. But in this case, and against the rules, to lift the pivot foot to start a dribble is a violation. Well, as you can see, the pivot foot is getting ready to come up off the floor here because he changed pivot foot again. Now that pivot foot is off the floor and still has the ball in his hands. So that's a traveling violation. And so that's the second, if not the third, traveling violation that occurred on this play. And as the play develops, the officials do a good job letting them play on through this because there was actually no foul. The officials did a good job with verticality here on the big guy in the white, and the guy throws up a prayer and he doesn't get it answered. But before the play ends, the orange team ends up at the free throw line, and they shouldn't have even been shooting the ball because the fellow traveled twice, and we didn't get it either time.
Desagua, the tip by Solomon. Solomon again, and he's got free throws coming.